morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm one of those who have followed Professor Lumumba very closely because I think he speaks some home truths that many people find unpalatable. But we should not be shying away from the truth, because pretending that it is not true does not change the reality on the ground. The facts will remain. And indeed, those who fail to learn from the past are doomed to repeat the same mistake over and over again. And this is more graphically illustrated in the case of Zimbabwe. We have now had 45 years of independence, and yet we have yet to hold free, fair, and credible elections. And it is for that reason that the country is stuck with this corrupt, incompetent, and tyrannical Zanu PF dictatorship, complete with its entourage of MDC, CCC, opposition parties that have themselves proven to be corrupt, incompetent, and utterly useless. Let's just listen to him talking about idiots. And I believe Zimbabwe, we have got off more than our fair share of idiots.
Individuals who may have gone to school, they have degrees, PhDs, they are professors, but they are idiots. They do not make demands of their representatives. When there are potholes on the road, they buy four-wheel drive cars. When there is security, they hire security firms. For GS from the United Kingdom. Idiots. They think immune. They are cast to their countries.
Well, I couldn't dispute that.
They have degrees, PhDs, they are professors, but they are.
Sorry about that. Seem to have some technical problems here. But I could not dispute what he's saying there. Nor could anyone with any intellect ever dispute that. Because it is true. We have got a problem here. We have got people who simply refuse to accept that we are repeating the same mistake over and over again. As much as I agree that Zanu PF rigs elections, one cannot dispute also that in 45 years, we have had many opportunities to stop the regime rigging elections. The question then is, why have we failed? And the truth of the matter is, we have, since the late 1990s, made a decision, a conscientious decision, and it was a correct decision as far as I'm concerned, that we are going to elect opposition leaders whose number one task will be to implement the democratic reforms. This lies at the heart of it. They will implement the democratic reforms to stop Zanu PF rigging elections. That was their primary purpose. Why have they failed? MDC was elected in 1999. Now, 25 years down the line, Zanu PF last year, in 2023, blatantly rigged those elections. And our friend Chamisa had the audacity of telling the nation at large that he had plugged all the vote rigging loopholes, the people should go ahead and participate in those elections. And the people believed them. 2 million Zimbabweans voted for him in 2023 because they believed that lie. Of course, they are idiots. It was a blatant, idiotic lie. SADC and the AU have since come out and condemned those elections as flawed and illegal. So the question then is, Chamisa was lying when he said they plugged the vote rigging loopholes. And yet you'll find there are some people out there who, even now with the benefit of hindsight, are refusing to accept that Chamisa did indeed lie. And the question one has got to ask then is, why? Why are you still maintaining that he didn't lie when you know he lied? It is interesting to note that some of them even believe that because 2 million voted for Chamisa, are you saying that 2 million people are idiots? As if their numeric advantage is proof that they are right. Of course it is not. The facts on the ground speak for themselves. SADC, the AU, have condemned those election processes as flawed. Zanu PF blatantly rigged those elections. And so to keep on insisting that Chamisa plugged the vote rigging loopholes is nonsense. He did not plug the vote rigging loopholes. And you were an idiot to believe that idiotic lie. I think what is even more worrying for Zimbabwe is that the 2 million or so Zimbabweans in the country, and there are millions more in the diaspora, were foolish enough to believe Chamisa's idiotic lies, will do so again come 2028. And so the nation is destined to repeat the same mistake in 2028. They will participate in those flawed elections to give Zanu PF legitimacy and perpetuate their own suffering. If that is not idiotic, I don't know what is. Thank you. Have a good day.